want to talk through first of all where to find the consultation sheet on Teams. So within your group there's a section called Files. So click on Files, and then there is a Class Materials, and then that will open up Consultation Sheet. I'll just make sure you can see it there. So I'm going to talk through this step by step. So the first section at the top is all about assessment. So you've got a section for your name and the date the assessment took place. So that's a practice if you've just practiced. Pre-observation is part of your assessment process. So for example, tip and overlay, you've got 2 pre-observations for full sets of tips, and then also 1 pre-observation for your maintenance treatment. Your summative is your final assessment, the one that I grade, pass, merit or distinction. So for this one you have 1 full set of tips and 1 maintenance to do. The time here on this next section, what start time, when did you start it? It should take you, for assessment time, you should be doing it within 2 hours, and then your actual end time at the end. So did it take you half an hour more than normal? Did it take you 15 minutes more than normal, or did you do it quicker than normal? Within the range section, we've got all the different contraindications or anything that you may see on the nail. So you would just tick it if there was anything there. So obviously if there's anything fungal, bacterial, anything severe, then you can't do the treatment, or anything viral, parasitic, or severe skin conditions. So you would just put a little X in the box just to say no, we don't have anything there. Contraindications that restrict, so you would just put a little cross in there if you didn't have it. For example, if you had any product allergies, then you would name it next to it, and just make sure there's nothing within that product ingredient for that client. Again, put crosses or ticks within there. On the next section, it's all about your service plan. So your service plan, if you're doing a full set, it's a tip and overlay. If you're doing a backfill, it's a maintenance. If you need to remove any nails during your maintenance, you'd tick removal of, say, 2 nails, or how many nails that you need to remove and reapply. So it'd be tip and overlay. Then you're talking about the nail and skin analysis. Is there anything there visible on the nails that you can see, like any white spots or any ridges, anything? So you'd tick, or you'd put a cross in those. Don't just leave it empty. And then lifestyle. Think about the lifestyle of your client. Do they have any hobbies that could affect their nails? Do they have young children? So is it for a party weekend that they're just having long extensions just for the weekend, and maybe they're going to come in the following week to have them shortened a bit? So think about the lifestyle and how that could affect the shape and the length of your nails. And I'd put that down as well, because you think it's pass, merit or distinction, so the more information you've got on your sheet the better. So for example, lifestyle, it could say something like, I am keeping my nails rounded and short due to having small children in the house. And you could say they're having long nails, tapered long nails, or stiletto nails, just for a party weekend, and then they're going to come down and having them shortened for work the following week. So talk about the length, the shape of the nails. So costing. So we've got an Eden costing, how much it costs at college. For level 2 it's £9, and then commercial for a full set in the salon it's at least £25 plus. So you need to have commercial pricing and think about how much it costs. Products that you use, so on level 2 you're using liquid and powder, so tick that. If you're going to put a gel polish on top, then you'd tick the gel polish as well. You don't need to use any colour for assessment, it's just the actual liquid and powder that you need. So you might want to say whether you've used clear powder, whether you use the opaque pink powder, natural tips that you've used. So then the aftercare advice on the back. So home care advice, what to do after you've had your enhancements on or after you've had them maintained, what they're going to do at home. So I want something written in each of these boxes. The bottom one's for feet, so obviously if you haven't worked on feet then that's fine, it's just the hands up to down to the second to the end. But home care advice for nails are, you need to be careful within the first 24 to 48 hours of having your enhancements applied or maintained. Remember we talked in class about the chemistry and it's not fully polymerized, it's not fully cured or hardened until that 48-hour time. So you could be there, be careful for the next 24 to 48 hours. You could wear gloves when doing any household chores. So lifestyle changes, that's thinking about the health of your client. Do they drink enough water? Do they get enough exercise? So looking at them holistically, you could add some lifestyle changes in there. Do they smoke? Future treatment needs. So it's 2 to 3 weeks for normal maintenance procedure, 2 to 3 weeks to have them backfilled. So you need to say also that if they want them removed, to come back for a professional removal. So maintenance and removal are, you need to put the time frame in there. You could even put the cost, how much it would be in there, if you're thinking about cross-referencing it over to your promoting products and services unit. Now product recommendations for the next one. Definitely need to have in cuticle oil. So your solar oil is $3.95 for a 3.7 mils of your solar oil. Need to apply it daily or twice daily to keep the product nice and flexible, and also to keep the cuticle area in good nourishing condition. You could, for example, if your client had dry skin, put moisturiser there, so moisturise daily in the product recommendations. Possible reactions, so you need to make your client aware that they could have a reaction, and it may be looking red around the cuticle area, the skin starts looking red or inflamed. It may be that the natural nail starts coming away, so getting some onycholysis on the natural nail. It might be the adhesive that they're allergic to or sensitive to rather than the product. So keeping an eye out for possible reactions. So cold compress, and they need to seek medical advice, get some medical advice for that, because not to start soaking them off because the acetone can irritate it further. So they need to get some medical advice under possible reactions. Things to avoid: don't use your nails as tools, don't bite them off. You need to wear gloves, so avoid chemicals, touching your nails. Maintenance and removal of enamel. So your nail polish, if your client puts nail polish on, you need to use non-acetone nail polish to remove it. So that's this section here. And then care of hands and nails to improve condition. So that's wearing gloves. It's, using your home care products to improve the condition of the nails and skin. And there you've got client feedback. So just answer the questions yes or no. The client can have a comment and sign. And then that's your evaluation. Student evaluation, 2 stars and then a wish. So 2 things you think you've done really well and something you think you might need to improve on for the next time. The action plan is for you to say, okay, so what's my next assessment? You might have done a tip and overlay, so your next assessment would be your second set of tip and overlay for pre-observation, and then you sign it and I give some feedback at the bottom. I hope that helps.